I don't know if you can hear this, but there's a car alarm going off outside. Hopefully we'll turn it off soon. I don't know what that's about. Oh, it's off. Okay. This is Random Thoughts number something on my face. I have a hat on. A lot of people, when they do vloggy stuff, they wear hats. I'm like, why the fuck are you wearing a hat inside? But I like my hats. I've never worn them in a video because it's freaking weird. Well, except in I wore one of my hats to go with my Starbucks same-sex marriage thing. But I thought I was wearing this one today. I thought maybe I would leave it on a little bit. Just a little bit to see how it feels. Feels kind of silly, to tell the truth. Anyway, this is a blanket. Don't worry, it's fake fur. The high quality fake fur, though. So, if you follow my Twitter, you know I went on a little weekend trip. And I go on this little drive and stay a weekend at some place, which I shall not disclose, and for what reason either. But I do it often enough that the drive has now gotten pretty annoying to me. I used to be excited about it, but I guess after seeing it over a dozen times, it's just, I'm tired of it. Like, it feels like the 6 hours lasts forever. I really like road trips, though. For vacation stuff, I really like them, even though I get car sick. But I'm usually fine as long as I'm in one of the front seats, either driving or riding. But I haven't ridden in a back seat in a very, very long time, because if I do, even just after a few minutes, I start getting nauseous. But I love road trips, though. I've been getting over a cold, and I had finally conquered it in time for this weekend, so I was pretty happy. And then I caught another one. I think it was because of the weather differences, because it was so much warmer here when we left, and then when we got there, it got really cold, and it was snowing. Well, it wasn't snowing the same day, but it ended up snowing that weekend. So that kind of sucked. Now I've got the sniffles again. On the way back, I had to drive through 2 snowstorms, and the car is just like covered in the salt residue and stuff, and it looks so haggard compared to all the other cars in the parking lot right now, because nothing happened here. So they're totally fine and clean and shiny, like my car usually is, except now it's sitting there covered in that stuff, and I really need to take it to get washed. I forgot to today. Ooh, that car alarm still went off. So, oh, I can see my hat shadow. Shadows. Shadows. Oh, where's the bunny? Oh, where's the bunny going? Oh, this is awkward this way. You know what annoys me? I listen to the radio a lot and on NPR, and they do, you know, interviews with people, and this type of talking has always annoyed me, but it's so much worse. I've become so much more annoyed of it lately. Like, it used to just, you know, grate on me. Now it like really grates on me. It's like, oh, stop. It's the way when some people inflect the last end of the words when they're talking about something. Like, maybe they're listing a couple of things, like, you can do this to your car or your book or your phone. It's like this inflection thing at the end of their sentences in words, and it's just so annoying. If you know what I mean, it bothers me so much. And another way some girls talk, because both men and women do that inflection thing, but there's this thing, you know, when girls, they, you know, talk like this, and they talk really fast, and it's like so annoying. And they're like doing this little gravelly voice, and it's just like, oh my god, what are you doing? It's really fucking annoying. Why the fuck are you talking like that? And they do an inflection thing too sometimes. Ugh, just stop. Just talk normal. So on my blog, which I used to never update, and I hardly still ever update, I have put all my little caricature cartoon things from my tester video up there if you wanted to save any. And also, my writing has become really sloppy. And like, not penmanship, that's always sloppy. But I've become really lazy when it comes to writing. So I've been doing writing exercises, and I've decided, okay, I guess I'll upload them to my blog since I never update my blog. And I can't wear my hat anymore. My head's getting hot. You can see some of my observational writing on there if you want to read that. I don't know how interesting it will be to people other than me, but it will be up there, and I will update every now and then. If you are interested in this kind of stuff, I'll tweet when I update. What is a Wonderwall? From that 90s song, and this guy's saying that this girl is his Wonderwall. What is a Wonderwall? What does that mean? I don't know. Anyway, current events. I used to do current event videos quite often, and I've not done them as of late, and I'll tell you why. I am burned out. I am burned out when it comes to political and other current events. I get like this sometimes. I don't, you know, every freaking video, if I did do videos on current events lately, everything, it would just be basically me saying what it is and then saying, well, what do you fucking expect? Or, you know, this fucking sucks. That's all it would be. I'm just burned out, and like I said, this happens sometimes. This has happened before, but I figure I should tell everyone that I'm burned out because I have a lot more subscribers than I used to now. The same goes for religious videos like my atheist talk and my God's Dog one. I just want to do brain candy stuff lately, and it will come back to me. It will come back. It has been slowly bubbling, the wanting to comment on current events and, oh wow, look at my hand, and religious stuff, and maybe I'll do some more God's Dog videos, because I really like doing God's Dog videos. I can't force myself to write one. It just, the idea has to come in my head, and then I gotta grab some paper quick and write it all down. Because that's how I work. That's how I operate. Can't force yourself. Or else it'll be like shit. It'll be shit. I guess I can comment a little about some current events. The Rush Limbaugh thing. I'm not surprised. He's a fucknut. He has said terrible things before. Like, remember when he made fun of Michael J. Fox with shakies? Saying that he probably exaggerated it, not even knowing that it's the medication that makes them shake like that. Yeah, he's a fucknut. I used to have to listen to him often. I worked at this shop in high school, and the manager, she just loved her Rush Limbaugh, and I had to listen to it every Saturday. That fucking sucked. She smelled, too. She was an overweight woman, and evidently she did not wash often in certain key areas, if you know what I mean. And if you got within a 5-7 feet radius of her, you would smell it. And if you had to be even closer, oh boy, prepare for your nose and your eyes to burn, and I would get headaches. I would get headaches from her smell. And it was so bad when, if she was off doing something else and I had to work at her desk and work on her computer and sit on that nasty chair, that chair soaked up all the smell. It had absorbed it. And the carpet too, on the floor, I think. And having to sit at that and work there makes me want to gag just thinking about it. I would get headaches. I would have to bring an extra pain pill in my pocket just in case I had to be close to her or work at her computer. A lot of people are talking about birth control and Santorum. It says that back in the day, why can't it be more like back in the day when women would just put aspirin between their knees? And I am no doctor. Well, let me re-say that with this time with a hat on. Now, I am no doctor, but okay, that was enough. I don't think that works. If one of you want to put an aspirin between your knees and then have unprotected sex, let me know how it works out. DC is very well known for the cherry blossoms. There's a cherry blossom thing every year, and a lot of people go to see it. A lot. And this year, the first weekend happens to be also the weekend that the Reason Rally is going on. And that's gonna suck ass going on the Metro. You have no fucking idea. You have no idea. I went to go see the cherry blossoms 2 years ago, the first weekend that it was going on. We were packed in. It was just as bad as it is the Metro is on Independence Day. There, you're standing so close. I'm doing something with my fingers, trying to show how, but it's not quite working out. You're wedged in there. Like, seriously, you're like this with other people pressed up against you. And this guy was wearing, he had his back to me. He had a backpack on, and it kept like rubbing up against me, and he didn't have it on properly, so it was like real low. So it's like rubbing against my lower back and stuff. And there was an orange and the mesh part on the front, and it was just grinding into my lower back. I don't think he was doing it on purpose, just because we were so crammed in. And of course it was stinking hot, because they're never cold enough. They never seem to have the AC cranked up high enough, or they just doesn't go that high, but you will be sweating. It's going to be terrible. I'm not looking forward to doing that again, actually. But I will, because I want to go to the Reason Rally. And I especially want to see Mr. James Randi. So, I've been playing Deus Ex. What are you talking about? It's Deus Ex, man. It's spelled Deus Ex. It's Deus Ex. Deus Ex. Deus Ex. I could be doing this thing right now. Deus Ex. Deus Ex. But I'm a little lazy. Anyway, I've been playing Deus Ex. That's my first game that has a dialogue wheel, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. I wish you could use it more on just the civilian NPCs that aren't part of the storyline, because I like talking to them and seeing, and I like watching them interact with each other. So I haven't, unfortunately, I've not been able to play it as much as I want to, and I'm not even very far into storyline because I've just been walking around and talking to people. And to make it less awkward, I'm having him talk to the hot ladies. I did get him to say, "I didn't ask for this," so that was fun. I was tickled. I might have clapped a little. Hacking in video games is weird, isn't it? It's not, I mean, I'm pretty sure real hacking, you don't just click on icons and wait for lines to go to them. And hacking in all video games seems to be a little weird, but it's an interesting element. And I have Nancy Drew puzzle games, and they aren't for little kids. They're like seriously hard, especially if you play on Senior Detective. They're hard. They're puzzle games. They're not like, there are Nancy Drew little kid games, but I don't play those because those are too easy. I did buy one to see what it would be like, and it was like so easy. The other ones, they're seriously hard. You can make fun of me all you want. They're legitimate puzzle games, yo. But anyway, there was one of them, I forget which one, where you had to you had to hack, and it was just another puzzle where you had to clump different colored blocks together, and you couldn't let all the blocks, because when they clumped together they would disappear, and you couldn't let all your blocks go past a certain line before the timer runs out or something. I don't know, it's pretty ridiculous, but it's still fun, you know? I'm still playing Limbaugh. If you're actually gonna play it, watch my video. I don't like shilling things out like this. I try to do my best to not ruin the atmosphere so much when I'm playing, because I know there are some Let's Players that just kind of talk about a lot of annoying things really loudly and constantly, and you can't even see what what's going on in the fucking game, because all you hear is like, yep, 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 and then you're like, well, I cannot hear at all what this NPC is saying. There's no talking in Limbaugh, but it is a beautiful game. After I'm done with Limbaugh, I've already finished another game that I will be uploading that I did a playthrough of. It's only 4 videos though, because it's a short game. So, that's what you have to look forward to. I'll try my darndest to do more current events and religious videos. I'm just kind of on a brain candy streak right now. Like with the tester thing, it's like reviewing an online video game reality show. Wow, that's quality programming, right? Yes. I'll try. That's it. Why you... See, I could... This is the part when people do funny bits. Why are you still here? I haven't even closed the video yet. There's nothing going on. Go on. Turn it off. Go on. Go on, turn it off. See, I could be doing that right now, but that's so cliche. I'm about to sneeze right now.